Hello everybody, welcome to another Rover project. Right, at the moment I'm doing the rear shock absorbers. I've got one out. He's down here. There he is there. And yeah, I know he looks rusty, but he's still got loads of pressure still in him. The bushes, as you can see, are completely shot. So I've got new bushes. I also do have a new set of shocks. But I'm wondering to see what the other side's like once I got it out. And see if they're both still any good. If they're still good, I'll clean them up and paint them, put new bushes on them, put them back in the car, because there is plenty of pressure still on them. I can just about push them down and just about pull them back up, so they are still loads of pressure still on them. It's just the bushes are completely gone. You can see they're completely wore out, perished. So yeah, there's that one. So at the moment we are got one out. We're in the process. There's the new ones just there if I decide to put them on. So we're just getting it out from under the car. Let me turn the radio off a minute. The old double knobber. Right. Just to let you see, it's all solid right there. There's no hidden rot anywhere. It's all perfect, because I've had all this up because I put speaker wires in, and it's all solid all around there. So I'm just in the moseed getting this nut undone, which I loosened off a minute ago and took the locking nut off. So I've just got to climb underneath and undo the 4 bolts underneath, and then he'll drop out. So there he is. So that's that done. Right, so now I'm going to go underneath and get the 4 bolts undone, and I'll come back to you in a short while. Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting Rover project day. Okay, it's a beautiful day today. Right, we've got them out. I've given them a good clean. This one's had a good clean. This one's got to be finished off yet, rubbed down with a bit of sandpaper. So this one's had a quick rub down with some sandpaper, and like I said, there's still loads of life left in these. They are not naffed at all. There's still plenty of pressure. I can't even really push down on them. There's so much pressure in them still. And yeah, we're going to use these. Even amongst all my collection, I found some cans of paint, blue paint, what I had left over from when I used to have a TR7, which was, as you can see, it was blue. So I'm going to spray these up blue, because that's what colour they were, and yeah, go from there. So I'm just going to give these a coat of paint and let you see what they look like afterwards. They won't look brilliant, but they'll look a lot bloody tidier and a load of rust. Anyway, I'll come back to you in a short while. Oh, hello again. Okay, right, well, these are the bushes what came out, and as you can see, they're in a, wow, they're naffed, well and truly naffed. I mean, they don't even fit properly anymore. They're just so wore out, absolutely wore out completely. I mean, the spacers in between these, come on, you little bugger, go off. As you can see is, oh, for God's sake, as you can see, there's a hole in that one. It's totally wore out altogether. So that one is well and truly naffed. Metal spacers, I'll give them a clean up. Give those a good clean in a minute. I've cleaned these back a little bit, just giving them a quick wire brush over. I'll just slap some black paint on those, clean the nuts up, and yeah, you can see, look at that, look how thin that is. I mean, that's how wore out they were, totally wore out. Look. Absolutely kaput. I mean, that was the top. That was the top one. That's one of the tops. And that was a bottom one. Yeah, that was a bottom one, I think it was, or it might have been a top. I can't remember. It's a good part, I can't remember. Anyway, I've got new bushes anyway, which I bought ages ago. They're up here. Some more spacers there. So I remember where I put all these spacers. That's the new rubbers anyway. I bought them ages ago. Let's have a look. There's a card in there as well, I think. Who I got them off of. Ooh, let's have a look. glasses, so I don't know if it actually says the maker on there. Yeah, it does. It says the unit as well. I had to go all the way down there to read that. Yeah, so there's the new rubbers. As you see, nice new rubbers. But the shock absorbers are still good. The reason why I bought new rubbers is because had these shock absorbers come with the car, as you can see, there's new rubbers on there, and the washers and the nuts. But this one didn't have any, so it got lost. So that's reasons why I bought the new rubbers, but it didn't come with the metal spacers. So what I was going to do was just use the metal spacers I had off the old ones. Yeah, so these are new shocks, and they just seem a little bit thin. I mean, they squish down, pull back a bit too easy really. The other ones are nice and stiff. It takes two hands to really pull them out. I mean, I can push that one down with one hand. They're meant to be brand new, and a light shining off those badges and hubcaps in the boot. Yeah, so I mean, I can basically probably, maybe not, but I need two hands to do it. But yeah, I can do it with two hands, and it just comes out dead easy. I mean, there's a bit of pressure there, but they just, yeah, so there's a bit of pressure on them, but it just doesn't seem as good as the old ones. And I still got that to put back on the distributor. Yeah, I haven't got around to doing it yet. So yeah, so I'll see if I can get underneath the car and let you have a look underneath. Just let me board out a little bit. Oh. That's the underneath. Like I said, you can't really see much. The discs are new, even though they've gone rusty, they are new. There's all new calipers, new hoses. Oh. There's all new hoses up there, stuff like that. Yeah, you can just about see one of the new hoses. Yeah, so the springs just need a good clean. I'll get under there in a minute with a wire brush, give them a good clean down. Clean some of the other stuff down. The floor pans on this car are absolutely excellent. There's no rot at all underneath the car. It's absolutely solid. This car is, well, it's one of the best Rovers I've had for a flipping long time, because the V8 ones I had, they were all rotted out. I was going to try and make one good one out of all of them, but the neighbours moaned like hell because I had too many of them stuck on the drive. So I ended up breaking them all up and sending them on for parts, and then I sold the remainder of the shells. As you can see, the exhaust is no good. There's a great big hole in the exhaust just here. This is completely gone, and as you can see, the back box is completely gone as well. So I do need to get an exhaust somehow. I don't know how, because it all takes money. See, the thing is, I bought this car out of my inheritance money I had from my mother when she passed away. And she passed away 5 days before Christmas. So I got paid out inheritance money. So I used the money to buy this car and buy as many parts as I could to do it. But unfortunately, money's gone. The parts are gone. So now I've got to try and figure a way of finding money to get this car done, to get it finished, which is like everybody else's car. You always got to find the money to try and get it done. Yeah, so there you go. I still got to do the tyres as well. I haven't done that, not yet. I got a new, well, not a new set, but a good set of second-hand ones that came off my SD1 Rover. Because when my SD1 Rover I had was only a 2000, believe it or not, a 2000 SD1, small little engine. Pulled pretty well, really, for what it was. I wouldn't like pull a caravan, but it you know, it went all right, really, for what it was. And I took the steel wheels off for that one, so I kept them. Unfortunately, they won't fit on here, not the steel wheels. The hubs, I'll show you in a minute. The others are too small, but the tyres are all good. As you can see, look at the tyre on that one. I don't know if you can see it in the light. Look at that. Look at the cracks in there. Look at that. Absolutely shot, these tyres. I can't believe I drove this car home like this, with the tyres naffed and the bloody brakes gone and the car running like a bag of poo on old stale fuel. Yeah, so it's amazing what you do when you're desperate to get the car home. I mean, I could have trailered it, but it's iron a trailer out and stuff like that, and then find a way of getting it home, because my car, with the tow hitch and everything, is on the drive and it's got no MOT. Because at that time the fuel pump packed outside, I bought a new fuel pump for it, and it's been sat there now for about a year. The new pump is in there, so it's all up and running. It's just, I just need to do the cosmetic work to get it back up and running again. Oh, and that's my 800. That's the one I use, and I use it to tow my little motorbike trailer as well. But I did have my own car trailer, but I sold it all back ages ago when I closed my garage down. So I thought I wasn't going to bother with any more restoring of cars. But it's in the blood, isn't it? Once you start mucking around restoring cars, that's it. You just got to keep going. You just can't stop. But let me show you properly that floor pan on the other side. Let's just hope the batteries don't die on the camera. Let's have a look. Let's move that bit of soundproofing that way. As you can see, look at that. Look at that. That is how the other side is. There's nothing in it. You know, no rot in this car at all. It's absolutely solid. All round there, it's all perfect. Still got its original sealant all round there. You know, it hasn't been mucked about with. That's what I like about this car. It hasn't been molested in any way. The only molesting that's been done is just fitting that double knob radio, which I put in those extra clocks. That's the only molesting I've done. But the rest of this car is absolutely original. And I want to keep it original really the best I can. But the door is all shut reasonably quite well, apart from that driver's one, which is dropped. And I found out the reasons why that one's dropped, because the guy said he's had this door off, and the reasons why it's dropped, if I show you down there, and in there, let me just see if I can get the camera into the place where, okay, that looks roughly alright. I think you should be able to just see what I'm going to do. Right, you'll see now, you'll see all this move when I lift the door. Hang on. There you go. I think you've seen it, and that's what's happened. He ain't done these screws up, so that's the reasons why it's dropped and it's coming loose. Apart from that, the door, once it's tightened up, it will shut properly again. You know, proper how it should shut a Rover door. But all in there, look, is all perfect in there. It's absolutely a really good car. I really, you know, I do love this car more and more. That is the only thing that's pissed me off, is that fucking stone chip there. That's the kids throwing stones, and like I said, you can see all the stones down there on the floor. Look. That's all the stones they're throwing. All the way up there. All the way up to my son's car. That's all the stones. And you can see them down here, look. Because I sweep this up quite regularly and put it all in a pile here. And look. See what I mean? Stones. That's where the kids are throwing stones. And it does your head in. Right. Let's take you over to these shockers, Robert. Right, I've painted them up a little bit. Not fancy. So it's just a quick coat of paint just to make them look a bit more tidy under the car. Everything looks better with a bit of paint on it than rust. So I've given them a good clean. I've given them 2 coats on that side. So I've got to do the other part. Yeah, this part got to be done. It's awkward to hold. So I really put the paint on thick. I didn't really put light coats, I put it on real thick. Yeah, so there's that. And like I said, there's the paint in here. That's the paint I've been using. And this is from when I had my TR7. because it needed a bit of body work, my TR7, but not a lot. So yeah, there we are. And the poor old 800 is looking sorry for herself. I've got her doors open, let some air in there at the moment, and everything's got damp in there, and we've had all this bad rain. So apparently we're going to have some lovely sunny days now, so hopefully I get some work done on this car, get her done. That's the only other bad bits on the bonnet. It's just there, and a little bit just behind the badge. But in my collection I do have another one of these badges. There's another little bubble there. That's all done, just on there, because I never showed the bonnet when I done the preview of the car. So yeah, there we are. It's absolutely a lovely day today. Absolutely lovely. Right, so I'm going to crack on, get these a good rub down a little bit of sandpaper, and give that all black paint, make it look tidy under the car. I also want to clean all the suspension out the back of the car as well, get all that good clean as well, and get all that done, and give it a good coat of paint, just and brush paint, just to make it look tidier, that's all. Because the thing is, even though these cars are MOT exempt, the police will pick on you big time because it's an old car. So, and I know, because where I used to work, we used to get cars, they used to pull the cars off the motorway, and they used to come up to our works, and they used to do routine checks on the cars, vans, cars, anything. So I know what the buggers are like. And if they seen anything old, I remember a kiddie with a VW Beetle, because he had it lowered suspension on his VW Beetle, and they obviously lowered it a bit too much, and they refused to let him drive on back onto the motorway. So he had to have his car took to an actual garage to have the suspension done. So he had a nice big bill. So yeah, the police can actually pull you off the road and do all this. So just remember that. Okay, right. I'll speak to you again in a short while. Okay everybody, there you go. All put back together, roughly ready to go back on the car. Like I said, a quick bit of blue paint, nothing fancy, just to make them look a bit more tidier when they're back under the car. So I'm just going to crawl under the car now and give the springs a wire brushing down whilst there's no shock absorber in the way. And then I'm going to fit these buggers back in and then call it a day. Yeah, so there we are. They're easy enough to take out, not too hard. 4 bolts on the bottom, and then undo your locking nut, and then your header nut, and then that's just drop out from the bottom. But you're better off undoing the top first, and then undo your bottom, and then slide it out that way. I done this with the car on the ramps. I tried it on axle stands first of all. There was where the springs were so at their height, you know, their highest point, and the shocks were completely on their full length. It was putting pressure on it, and I thought, no, I don't really want to chance it, because when I undo all those 4 bolts, it might have snapped one of those bolts, and I didn't want that. But these undone pretty well actually, and there was no actual nightmare of getting them undone. They all undone really well. Like I said, the bushes, as you've seen, they were totally shot. So it's got all new rubbers on there. The shocks are still good. So I think it was pointless using those new ones. I thought I might as well just stick these old ones back on. There's plenty of life left in them anyway. And I've got the new ones anyway, I can use for a later date anyway, if the worst comes to worst. Yeah, so there we are. So I'm just going to go and clean the springs up now. And yeah, I might come back to you in a short while once I fit the things back in the car. Anyway, there we are for now.